As a business coach, I get constantly asked about the ROI of coaching. And it's a reasonable question. You should know what you are getting for your investment in hiring a coach. When calculating ROI, we usually focus on tangible things like money and time. But there are other indirect factors that make the ROI more real and accurate. Today, I'll try to cover both the tangibles and the non-tangibles. Some of what I will show you can be measured with a calculator. Other parts are harder to quantify but affect your business every single day. Let me start with what shows up directly in your financials, the money impact. Your top line and bottom line is where everything becomes concrete. When I work with EPCs, the revenue and profit numbers shift pretty consistently. Turnover jumps anything between 50% to 200%. Profit margin percentages typically jump 25 to 30%, and that's not just better pricing. It is efficient operations, less mistakes. Purchase cost drop down by 10 to 20% because of higher volumes, standardization, and better vendor relationships. On-time project completion rates move from the industry average of around 30-40% to up to 95%. Think about what that means. Fewer delayed projects, fewer cost overruns, fewer client complaints, no LDs and penalties. This money impact is visible and it is directly measurable. Now, money is important, but it's connected to something bigger. How fast you can actually grow. The growth trajectory shifts. Money is one thing, but trajectory is everything. With coaching, your revenue will have continuous upward trend and not an up and down roller coaster. And it will be 3 to 5 times faster than not having a coach. Let me give you a concrete example. Say you are running a 10 crore business today. Based on your current path, you might reasonably expect to reach about 100 crores in 10 years. That's decent 25% YOI growth. Here is what I have seen happen with the businesses that I have coached. They hit that 100 crore target in just 5 years instead of 10 years. Not through unsustainable tactics or risky moves, but because they are operating more efficiently and positioning themselves differently in the market. And by the year 10, they are looking at 500, 600 crores. The growth doesn't just accelerate, it compounds. This is because we are not just growing, we are scaling. This happens because you are not just doing more of the same, you are building a fundamentally different type of business. Which brings me to the people who make it happen. Your team transformation. Growth like that doesn't happen without people. And this is where coaching creates a ripple effect. Right now, your team probably has more potential than they are showing. They are capable people, but they are stuck in the reactive mode, waiting for instructions, playing it safe. With coaching, I help you build systems that let people think and act independently. Suddenly, individual productivity jumps 50-60%. Each person on your team can handle 2-3 times their current workload, not through working longer hours, but through efficient systems. They stop coming to you for every decision. Quality improves because people understand the standards, not just the task. The good people stop living because they feel capable and valued instead of micromanaged. This team transformation creates a ripple effect that touches every part of your operation. It also frees up your time to focus on real scaling initiatives. What's the price tag on your time? Operational efficiency. Once you have better systems and a more capable team, your day-to-day operations start flowing differently. Established workflows, SOPs, guidelines, ERP, CRM, all that get the job done faster because there is no confusion, absolute clarity, no surprises, just routine tasks. Your team does it fast. Quality issues drop by 60 to 70%. Not because everyone understands standards, that's because everyone understands standards upfront. Projects finish when they are supposed to finish. Cash flow becomes more predictable because you are not dealing with consistent overrun or delays. Inventory management improves because someone is actually thinking ahead instead of just reacting to the shortages. The operational improvements start changing how the market sees your business. So market positioning changes. When you're operating from confidence instead of desperation, people notice. Your whole market position starts shifting. You get into the league of high value projects. Instead of competing primarily on price, you start becoming known for expertise and reliability. Suppliers begin treating you differently. Priority on orders, better payment terms, early warning about price changes or supply issues. Clients stop shopping your quotes against 3 competitors and start coming to you for advice. They trust your recommendations because you have proven you understand their needs, not just their purchase orders. You become indispensable instead of replaceable. The business relationships that you build start creating a competitive advantage that are really hard for others to copy. When you add all of this together, you get something that's more than just improved matrices, the complete transformation. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. You might start with a 15 crore business. You're competing mostly on price, working long hours, managing every detail personally, dealing with constant surprises, operating on thin margins. After working together for a year or two with me, you have 40 plus crores of business. People in your industry know you for specific expertise. You are working on strategy instead of firefighting. Your margins are solid because you are providing knowledge and service, not just procurement. Same market, same industry, often the same core team, but the business operates completely differently. So the honest calculation, what's the actual ROI? Can I give you a precise percentage? The tangible parts are increased margins, cost savings, faster growth, time recovery. Those usually pay for coaching in just 6 to 12 months. You can calculate those. But how do you calculate the value of confidence of having a trusted advisor when you are facing a major decision? Or a value of sleeping peacefully at night without stress? Value of achieving your lifestyle goals, sense of accomplishment and pride, or even leaving the legacy behind for generations to come? The real answer, the ROI of business coaching is the difference between the business you are running today and the business you could be running. It is the difference between being busy and being profitable, between working harder and working smarter, between hoping for growth and creating it systematically. The tangible benefits alone typically justify the investment, but the real value is in becoming a different type of business entirely, one that works for you instead of consuming you.